So I've already done my skin prep and my skin care. I use my normal moisturiser, which is the Tatcha Dewy Skin Moisturiser, and I applied some of Charlotte Tilbury's eye patches just for like 10 minutes, which is what they say it should be, so I did that. This is my Barbara Sturm SPF 50 to keep the sun's rays from my delicate skin. I've done my eyebrows. I use the Laura Mercier pencil rather, with a spoolie on one end and pencil on the other. So I like to have really natural eyebrows. I don't like the fake stuff. Not fake, not being rude to anyone, but you know. And this is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze Gel, which I really, really like. And then finally I've put some Vaseline or Aquaphor, if you're in the States, on my lips just to hydrate them before I go into my my lipstick. If you know, I'm not trying to make people go and spend tons of money. That's not at all the point. But it is a sort of lesson in how much we spend over the years. This is my Victoria Beckham Cell Rejuvenating Primer in Golden, which is again old. I mean, not old as in I must throw it away, but I didn't buy that recently. So that hopefully is going to give me a bit of a glow when I add a little bit of my Hourglass Skin Veil. I'm trying to do lots of little layers, lots of fine layers, so that I don't overwhelm my face. I first learned about light layers when I lived in Los Angeles, and I went to a makeup demonstration and was lucky enough to be caught out as a model, and I sat there for what seemed like hours, and she used so many products. I couldn't believe that I wouldn't look like a clown by the time she showed me what I looked like. And that's where I learned the secret. When I looked in the mirror, I looked amazing, and almost as if I wasn't wearing any makeup at all, actually. Apart from the obvious eyes and lips and stuff, but it did not look like I was caked in makeup. And that's where I learned about very light layers and the magic that can bring to your face. Sorry, it seems I can't actually brush in foundation and speak at the same time, so forgive me, I'm very sorry. My hair is horrid today. I washed it yesterday, so it's all kind of fine and fluttery and looks quite thin. It always needs about a day to sort of fluff itself up and big itself up, basically. So that's my moisturiser on, and I'm just going to let that sit for a minute, and then we'll carry on. So I have a nice flat brush. It's very, very fine. And I'm just going to scoop up some of the colour onto my brush. You can't really see it. And then I'm going to take any spray. You can use any spray. I'm using my Tatcha because it's here. And just see whether that adding with a wet flat brush is better than your fingers. I mean, I think it's a little bit more nuanced when you've got when you're using a brush and some spray. Can you see? It is actually much more visible, but not kind of like massively overpowering. So that's worth an experiment, actually, because I'm sure you could build this up to a fantastic party eyeshadow that you can see from Mars if you if you wanted to. So that's that. Then, as I promised, I'm going to do my outer corner. Actually, I said I was going to use this one, but actually I think I'm going to use this one because it's slightly warmer. So here we go. Outer corner. Very, very lightly, just tapping, not blending. Tapping, not blending. Just tapping it in to that, the lighter shades that we laid down earlier. Now, can you see I've got a massive splotch, and that's my fault, not the eyeshadows. I think I must have had some concealer on there because I forgot to blend it all in. But can you see, this is what, not good. That's a bit of a disaster, isn't it? What can we do? I think what I might do is try and do what all the influencers do and try and correct it. And I'm going to use a little bit of my NARS setting powder, which is really lovely. Oh, that's a bit better, isn't it, I think? I won't be doing that again in a hurry. But it's okay. I mean, it's okay. I can actually add a little bit more around it, which will cover up the mistake. And don't pat any more on top of the blob, but try and surround it with a deeper colour, or deepen the colour around the blotch, and then it'll look like you meant it, apparently. So there we go. I think that'll be fine, actually. I'm just going to do my mascara, which I'm going to do off camera because it's just too boring for people to watch. So I'll do that and then I'll come back. Right, here we go, mascara on. And if you look really closely, you can see that I made some mistakes and got mascara on my lids. But I've got a fantastic plan. It's my secret weapon, which I'm sure other people do too. But I'm going to cover that up in a moment. First of all, I'm just going to go back to my palette and just put a little, with a tiny, tiny little brush, put a little of the eyeshadow on my lower lashes, just to of the lightest colour, which is actually really quite light. And then a bit nearer the lashes, I'm going to put the slightly darker light colour. There it goes. Easy. Hi, editing Tess here. This video was getting so long, so I've not included adding blusher and highlighter, but that's what it looks like close up. Also my concealer, there was no point, you've seen that a million times. I used the High Glam concealer from Natasha Denona, and I've used Westman Atelier's Petal on my cheeks, and the Hourglass Ambient highlighter. And then I tight lined with the Victoria Beckham Navy Noir Kajal pencil. And I corrected my mascara mistake by tapping an eyeshadow on a very, very small fine angled brush across the top of my eye lids to just blend in the mascara mistakes and make it look like I've got eyeliner on. So that's what I did, but on with the video. I have got a little bit of transfer from my Victoria Beckham, but not much. And that's supposed to make my eyes look more wide awake. Finally, before I do anything else, I'm going to take a brush and get my Victoria Beckham bronzing brick, which this one is in 3 because I have actually got a little bit of a tan at the moment. So I'm just literally going to, no pressure whatsoever, I'm going to just give myself a little bit of a powder glow, and I'm going to use this instead. I'm going to use a little bit of NARS on my T-zone because it is a bit shiny, but I'm going to just use, it's going to let Victoria do her thing on the rest of my face. And here's the NARS, again, tiny brush, because I don't want it to go everywhere. So I just literally dip it in. This is the NARS translucent powder, setting powder in Crystal, I think is the colour. Can you all work out how much I've spent so far? If I was buying it right now, it's quite a lot, quite a lot. You can all play along actually, and as I use each product, you can just go and have a look and see what price point we're at before going any further. And then you can also check it out with the dupes and see how you can actually save your money, basically. There you go. Right, final stages, nearly done. Again, I'm doing this in completely the wrong order, but in order to try and shorten my face and give a little bit of dimension, that's the Victoria Beckham Contour Stylus, and I'm doing it this way around because I can add it where I think I need it, and what the other makeup hasn't done, I can try and compensate for at this later stage. So again, I don't know, does it work? Has it given me a fatter face? Because that's kind of what I want, really. So I've done that, and now I'm going to quickly do my lip, and then we're done. So do you think I need any more concealer? Do I need a brightener? I don't think I do. Okay, so I'm going to do my lip now, which is my traditional red lip. I've got a video dedicated to how to do this. It's just literally 3 steps, but I'm using slightly different products today because I want to test out a Fenty. I don't know, do you think this is worth it, all this money? I don't know if it is. I think we've all got a bit fed up of gross overspending. I mean, I'm forgiving myself because I know that I haven't done this in one. I've literally shopped my stash. I mean, I've collected this stuff for, I don't know, maybe over the last year and a half. So I haven't really bought anything. I'm just trying to make the best use of the stuff that I've already got and spent money on. There we go. My trusty elf in red receipt, £3. Oh yeah, this is actually, so Aquaphor Vaseline was the cheapest, then this, then the Revolution eyeshadow palette. That's those were my drugstore favourites over everything else that's kind of like really high end. So that's kind of done. That's not very good. So I think, as I said, on my red lip in 3 products, I do, this is the most important part, which is why I'm taking a bit of time, because once you've done this and got the outline right, It's an absolute breeze. You just put everything else on top and don't go over the line. I'm no expert, obviously, so I try and do the least problematic application that I can. And I've developed this. I quite like, I mean, it's not new, it's not me either, but I do like this. Put the lip liner down first because it actually, oh, I know what I'll do. With nothing else on my brush, to stop the bleed, I'm going to just pat what's left of the NARS setting powder around the edges, which hopefully, again, will stop the bleed. Right, now then, I'm using my Lisa Eldridge in, let me just see what this one is. I had two out actually. So, right, there's Velvet Morning, which is this one. And then, and I can't really decide which is which. And then there's this one, which is Strawberry Shock. And I'm thinking it's spring. I'm going to use Strawberry Shock. So that's what I'm going to use. And here we go. Got one more stage to go. I haven't quite decided what colour I want it to be, so I'm going to just mix and match and see what happens. But I do like this lipstick. Obviously, we all love the wonderful Lisa. So, and then what I'm going to do is, I've got this heat gloss from Fenty in, I don't know, it's some like red hot chili pepper or something. It's in hot cherry, actually. I'm not a great one for glosses. I much prefer a matte lip like this. But I think that I am, just for the sake of this video and the fact that I've got it anyway, so I might as well try it. What do you think? Do I need it? Do I need to see? Now, do I need more blush? I don't think I do, actually. They say that with a darker lip or a stronger lip, the least product you have on your face, the better. And that seems to be what I've done. So here we go. I'm going to put it on. This is what it looks like. It's got a big fat doe foot. And I'm going to add it. I've got to do this. Hang on a minute. There, glossy gloss. Actually, I'm glad I didn't add any blusher. I'll tell you what we could do, actually. Why don't we do this? Actually, that's not Strawberry Shock. I'll tell you what we could do. If we want something that's a little bit more... Should we try this? This is like, put the lipstick on the cheek. That's actually too much, so... See, look at that. Not too clashy. And there we go. $1,100 worth of makeup. Or 200, nearly 300 if you go drugstore with exactly the same effect. And here I am. This is my outfit. I'm going to put on a jacket. And then I am ready for the day.